My goal as a participant in this leadership course is to improve my leadership abilities, beliefs, and values. I aim to study and develop in a kind, helpful environment. By gaining the information and skills necessary to motivate constructive change in both my personal and professional life, I hope to improve as a leader. Accomplishments this semester. I was able to maintain my spot on the FAU Dean's List. I got an internship at an animal rehabilitation center called Sawgrass Nature Center. I practiced my followership skills. I helped accomplish goals with an animal shelter back home. I juggled between a few jobs to get more workplace experience. And I completed my first semester of major-based classes. Goals. My main goal this semester was to maintain my GPA and to keep my spot on the Dean's List. As of right now, I was able to accomplish this goal and potentially raise my GPA after this fall semester. This goal was attainable, measurable, and realistic. Goal 2. Another goal of mine was to get an internship that relates to the job field I want to go into in the future. I was able to accomplish this goal after going through a series of interviews and meetings. Goal 3. Take the leadership skills I learned and apply it to my everyday life. I believe I was able to accomplish this goal as well by speaking more in my classes, taking on leadership roles in group projects, and being more open to feedback. Areas of personal improvement. Time management. This semester has been extremely busy and it has taught me to manage my time better and stay on top of things. Self reflection. I frequently thought about my own leadership style, advantages, and weaknesses. Effective leadership requires self awareness, and by being conscious of my own habits and preferences, I was able to change and advance as a leader. Setting SMART goals. I set specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound goals for my personal growth as a leader. This helped me track my progress and stay motivated. Seeking feedback. I sought comments from my peers and the teacher. I learned a lot from constructive criticism on how to improve my leadership abilities. I was receptive to criticism and made use of it as a tool for improvement. Examples of leadership. Helping those in need, not only reaching your goals, but also helping others to accomplish theirs. Learning to work better in group settings and taking different approaches to situations. Volunteering. I volunteered at an animal shelter back home and worked to help rehabilitate animals and raise money. I'm also currently looking for volunteer opportunities down here. Got more involved with the school. This semester, I also became more involved with the school by attending more events and occasions. Leadership Action Plan. My action plan is to maintain my leadership position at the rehabilitation center and eventually get a permanent job there. Steps I can take to achieve this goal. Always be on time and prepared. Actively contribute to the rehabilitation center's needs and go above and beyond to demonstrate my willingness and desire to work at the center. Leadership theories. One main leadership theory that has stuck with me is the concept that practicing followership is as important as leadership. Before this class, I had the idea that it is better to be a leader than a follower. However, this was proven wrong as followership is very important among group settings. The book states, followership is really leadership in action among people in the group. Being able to put yourself in the followership position is not always the easiest. Another theory that stuck with me is the pay it forward theory. We watched a trailer that shows a little boy coming up with the thought that everyone should help each other. The idea is that if someone helps you, you repay them by paying it forward to someone else, and basically doing that for three other people. The concept is basically saying that you help yourself and help others when you give someone a hand. It teaches you to alter, if not the entire world, then at least a small portion of it. Ethics and leadership. Leadership and ethics are deeply intertwined and have a significant link. While it is possible to retain a leadership position without having strong ethical values, leaders who are genuinely effective and recognized always uphold these values. Effective leadership is built on a strong foundation of ethics. Leaders who uphold moral values such as honesty and integrity often gain the respect and allegiance of the people they are leading. Leadership is fundamentally based on trust. People who trust their leaders are more inclined to support and follow them. Therefore, a leader does not necessarily have to portray these characteristics, but they do need to if they want to be an effective leader. The results for me of the True Color assignment were gold. The characteristics of someone who falls into the gold category include responsibility, precision, organization, awareness, preparedness, and being logical. I also include the results in childhood because I felt like this was very accurate for my childhood, In childhood, I always wanted to follow the rules and regulations of the school. I understood and respected authority and was comfortable with academic routine. I was the easiest of all types of children to adapt to the educational system. Assessment of my goals. My original goal was to be able to distinguish what skills a person has to portray to be considered a leader. After taking this class, I can confidently say I have learned all these skills needed to be an effective leader. My second goal was to be able to apply these skills to my everyday life. I feel as if I have successfully been able to use these abilities in my life. Lastly, my goal was to maintain my good grades and stay on the honor list. As of right now, I am on track to maintain my spot on the list and raise my GPA. These are my references, and here's my leadership showcase. So when I was at home, I volunteer at an animal shelter, which they don't take in sick animals. They first have to pass them to an animal hospital to fix whatever is going on with them. So within the same week, I had found a abandoned baby bird outside of my house, and we waited there for a while to see if the mom would come back for it, but eventually realized she wasn't going to come back. So I basically cared for the bird for the long weekend until it was able to go to a rehabilitation center and then to the shelter. And then over here on the right is a picture of a baby kitten I found. We actually ended up finding about 6 kittens and cared for them until, again, the animal shelter opened back up. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and I hope you enjoyed.